Welcome, subscribers, to a dual update. One, I want to thank all those people who have subscribed to me and continue to watch me, even though I don't know why you do. It's beyond me, but I've reached my 200 subscriber milestone, and I just can't believe it. It's only been a little over a year, and I didn't think I'd have more than 10, which would mean just mostly my family watching me. So I really thank especially those early subscribers who've been with me for a long time, who stuck with me, and also for all the new people who've joined and helped me reach my 200 milestone. So thanks to everybody. I really appreciate it. I hope to continue doing this. School's coming, and so my schedule is going to be a little more hectic, but I hope to at least get a few series out and be able to be able to still post some episodes. It just won't be as much as I have this summer. But anyway, I am here on the Don't Know What It Is server that is run by MrZero9166. It is the Fossil and Archaeology mod pack that is on Technic, and I heard about this from LadyDeWinter. She had posted a video, and both a link to his channel and a link to her channel will be in the description. And she talked about this, and I've been wanting to do this this mod, and I like being on other. I can always set up my own server, but I kind of like the restrictions of being on somebody else's server because I can't go into creative, I can't be opt, all that kind of stuff, and I have to kind of struggle on my own. And so I love joining other servers and being able to do that and be able to contribute to their servers. So I have been working on this for a while, not a long time, but I wanted to get this established before I did a tour. And so join me as we enter the Fossil and Archaeology Research Center, and in this server I am Professor TechnaScribe, and this is my research center back here. So let's take a tour of, I'll show you the outside in just a minute. I do have a couple of dinosaurs already in captivity, and but this particular mod pack doesn't have a whole lot of mods, which is nice because there's not a lot of conflict and not a lot of lag. But one of the cool things it has is the Bibliocraft and Mr. Cray's Furniture, which allows for things like this nice little lamp, for these nice signs, and for, oops, didn't mean to do that, right click, a doorbell. So that's kind of cool. And the research lab here, this front area is kind of like a reception area and a showcase area. So you can see I've found quite a few number of stone tablets, which if you're not familiar with the mod, there's a particular block that you break and it gives you scraps, and then you have those analyzed, and then if they're DNA, you have them cultured and you create the dinosaurs. And so, but sometimes you get stone tablets or artifacts. So I have this little damaged skeleton figurine. These are actually skulls, but they're facing the other way, so you don't actually see the skulls. I wanted to use it kind of like as a counter. You get things like this scarab gem sometimes, and you can actually make armor out of that. I have... Ooh, it's going to be too loud with that rain. Let me just take a real quick snooze here and change it to night. Let the rain stop. That way you guys can hear me, or I don't have to lower the noise level for that. So let's go back over here to the front. There's also some ancient armor that you can find, and then you put in the archaeology workbench and you can repair it. And this is one of the helmets, and I'll show you what it looks like. I'll do it in E because I can show you all the way around. So it is a very cool helmet. And then you can also find dinosaur bones, which I made this particular thing. Oops, and it keeps jumping on me. And this is a skull helmet, and you can see the eyes and the nose and nostrils on top of my head. So it's a very cool helmet. And I have them on display here. This is a little counter, like a little shop where you can buy stuff, and Mr. Cray's Furniture actually has this particular computer, and it has Minebay, kind of like eBay, and you can buy different things, and different things cost either emeralds or diamonds or iron. And I did find a couple of dungeons and a mine shaft, so I do have a saddle, so I'm hoping to find some emeralds so I can get a horse. I think this is configurable by in the config files that you can actually put different things to sell, so that's kind of cool. And then, oh, back here is an ancient drum, and I have a little cabinet here that I can store stuff to sell. And right now I just have the music disc I found, and then the skull stick. And if you use that on the drum, it calls the Tyrannosaurus Rex, so we don't want to do that. And then I have a note. I have a jukebox because I found a record, but it wasn't the best record. I would put it in there, but it's not the best record. So here is the research lab. And this is where I have my culture vats and my analyzers. This is where you analyze the items. I don't think I have any relics. I have some maybe. This is what they look like. Some of them are relic scraps and some are biofossils. And so you put those in the analyzer and then it will give you DNA or seeds or different things. Sometimes bone meal, sand. Sometimes it doesn't culture into anything. But these are all the DNA that I've gotten so far. And once you get the DNA, you put them in these culture vats with fuel like meat, and you put the DNA here, and then it becomes eggs that you can harvest or seeds that you can plant. Sometimes you have failures, and so you get the failure plant or the failure track, I think. I can't remember what the other thing is. These are fish, and so once you put the DNA there, it processes it, and then I have the hoppers here, so they drop. And the reason I put the hoppers is these often fail. That means the culture vat will break. You can regain the iron that you used to make it, and even the DNA. So as soon as it breaks, what it does is it drops everything back into here, and that way I don't lose anything. And usually I'll just have a block of water, a piece of dirt up here that appear from it. And I believe what's happening whenever it does break, it breaks the blocks above, because I've repaired this 2 or 3 times, so I may have to put reinforced glass there so maybe it won't break to stop that from happening. This is the archaeology workbench. I don't know if I mentioned it. Oh, see, I have another ancient helmet that I can actually wear. This is a dangerous helmet to wear, though. Apparently it has really powerful things, but anyway, I'll wear it. You put the relics. If you get a broken piece of ancient armor, you put at least 10 relic scraps in here at the bottom. You put the broken one here, and then you get a repaired item out of it. With the analyzer, you don't have to put anything. You can just put all the biofossils and the relic scraps and I think plant fossils in here, and they'll just analyze it, and then it'll drop here. But it drops quite a bit of stuff, and you get quite a bit, so that's why I put the hopper, so it automatically feeds down here. So this is kind of my research center. This is a carpentry bench that's used for the custom NPC items that you can make. If you look at, let's see, I think, is it the lamp? These lamps right here, you can't click on them like you could with these. You can get the recipe there, but you can't click on these because they're custom NPC pieces. And in order to see what those are, you have to make one of these carpentry benches. When you click on that, then you can see the recipes for all the things you can make in this particular mod. So it has this one has some really nice furniture and couches and things like that you see around. I have like that couch and that lamp. Those are from there. These are from Bibliocraft, which are the desks. So this is Professor Scribe's office. I have more stone tablets. I'm hoping, this is one of the painting frames. I haven't played with it that much, but I plan to do maybe like my certificate of my educational credentials there. So here are some more stone tablets that I've found, and I've placed them around my office. Then I have my regular private quarters, which you saw earlier, which is just my bed and a nice comfy couch. This is, I think, Bibliocraft chair and, Mr. Cray's furniture. And Mr. Cray's furniture there. So, and then this is also Bibliocraft. This is it's kind of a different workbench. It just looks like it has a shelf underneath it. Upstairs here we have the library, which is the enchanting area, and what I like about Chisel is that you can change the face of the bookshelf, so you can get all these kind of different looks, and so it doesn't look all the same. I've been to the Nether, of course. I found some nether wart, and this is just a place to read and study, and then look out at the nice landscape here. And then out here I'm going to do a patio, make chairs and stuff like that out here. So that's for later. Still haven't finished that. Okay, so let's go to our first pin. These are the first Plesiosaurs that I've done. They are a passive mob, and I can actually swim with them. They were a lot smaller when I put them in, obviously, because they were babies, and you can hear their noises. They've gotten a bit too big for this place, but I'm hoping to move them to this area over here once I get a pin done. But in the meantime, they're in this like SeaWorld type little pen here, poor things. And one of them is tame because I was around when, if you're within 6 blocks of the egg when it hatches, they'll follow you. And he actually followed me into the building when he was little. I don't think he'd fit right now. So you have to get a conch, which I don't know if there's any nautilus in the water. Nautilus appear in the water here, and or you can also get DNA from biofuels. I don't think I have any more. Oh, there they are. Is that them? Yeah. So you can see the little nautiluses here that are at the bottom here. And if you, oh wow, I got a whole bunch now. Holy cow. I came the other day and there was nothing. I had to actually make a couple, because the only way to stop him from following me was to get a conch, which those little nautiluses drop when you kill them. They can either drop a shell or a magic conch, and I actually got one of each. So this shell, if I have it in my hand and I right click on the Plesiosaur, he actually will either follow me, stay where he's at, or move freely. And so in order to keep him from following me, I had to do that to keep him in the tank. Now these can be on land and water, which is good because when he followed me he was on land and he didn't die. But they prefer water. So I have a little sign that tells about him. Plesiosaur means near to lizard, and he was born yesterday. I mean, 8/8 in captivity. I don't know when this video will go out. So if you want to see them up close and personal, you can actually come down here and actually see them down here. You can see how huge they are. They just keep getting bigger and bigger, and I'm gonna have to move them soon. I created this tank to hold. I thought they were smaller, but now that they're almost fully grown, they're just way too big for this. So I plan to put the fish and the nautilus in this tank. The only problem is I can't. I have a couple of fish here that I can. I don't know how they say that. Is it coelacanth? But if I put them in there and I don't have a name tag on them, they will despawn, and so I don't want to put them out there until I have a name tag. And I'm still looking for a dungeon with some name tags. And I'm searching the mine that I've found for some chests, and hopefully I find a name tag soon. At least get one in there, so they'll eventually be in that tank. So this is just a viewing area down below so you can see them. And then this is just my mine that leads to a mine shaft and intersecting ravines, which is quite a bit of stuff down there. And I was able to get quite a bit of biofossils and plant fossils and ancient relics or relic scraps that you can get. I don't know. Let me see if I can find one real quick so you can see what that block is. If you've never used this mod before, oops. You may not know what it looks like. I think I've pretty much taken all the ones that are in the... I may have missed one or two, so let's see if we can find a biofossil block, a fossil block. They look similar to stone, but they just have a little bit of gray to them. And let's see. I haven't gone up in here. Maybe if I go up in here I might find some. Nope, I think I have dug them out of here. Sometimes I miss them because I don't have it lit up enough. I was trying to see if I found a nice dark area that may not have been before, but I think I've gotten all of the biofossils in this area. So anyway, it looks, like I said, looks like the stone. It just has a little bit of a gray coloring to it, and so you know that's a biofossil. And so I'll show you where the mine is. It is actually further up. I think I can get to it another way, but oh, there's some biofossil. Great, great, great. So that's what it is. So when you break these, and let's see if I can reach the downy dirt. I got sand. Oh, poor little bat. Not too close to the fire. So when you break these, and I actually have this nice diamond pickaxe that has Paleontology 2 on it, which means I have a higher rate of getting good stuff from it, and not just bones. So there we go, 2 biofossils. That's what they look like. And so the mine in this area is back here. Now this particular server is on peaceful. You will not see mobs, but the dungeons still appear, and this is where the mine shaft is. So I have a little forward base here, and I've been clearing out the mine, trying to find name tags really, and but I think I need to go look for some emeralds in the extreme hills, because I want to get a horse so I can travel around and do a little bit of exploring on the server and see what I can if I can find. I can't remember. There's a particular biome that I want to get and get to, so I would like to have a horse. So anyway, I've been exploring quite a bit of this and been able to, that's why I've been able to get so many biofossils and plant fossils and relic scraps, because I've been doing a lot. And this is what chisel does. This is chisel right here. It's not very expensive. It's a piece of iron and a stick, and if you hit, then it actually changes the block into different things. And actually, if you have, let's see, I do have one. So you have its interface. If you have a lot of one thing, it has to be at least stone. You can get all of these different blocks. And so just by clicking on that and clicking on this, I can get that particular stone, which is very cool. So you can do a lot of, I didn't have to dig this all out and cook it and then put it back in. I just actually was able to right click on it with the chisel, and I was able to get that. Having no mobs has really been good because you can just focus on things, plus being peaceful, you don't have to worry about eating all the time. So it's a nice change from all the different fighting that I've been doing. So let me hold a fossil relic in my hand. So that is my tour of my little place on this server. Check out MrZero and LadyDeWinter. They have incredible bases here. They've done quite a bit of work. They've got lots of dinosaurs, and you can check out their channel for their different videos that show what they've done. So until then, I hope to probably just do tours of this as I expand and add and show you different things I've added to it. I may stream this, but I'm not sure because I tend not to talk when I'm in this particular mod. That's why I don't do any videos. There's a lot of research and studying and reading the wiki to see what I need to do, so I don't know if I'll be doing that. I may do a tour of the Nether in here. There is a Nether ship, which is really cool, and I may do a little thing. So I might do maybe tutorials on how to do different things in this mod, at least specifically on the fossils and archaeology mod. I'm not sure. If you guys think that's something you would like to see, be sure to put something in the make a comment about it, and I will try to do that. School is coming up, so I'm going to be quite busy. I won't have as many videos as possible, but again, thanks to all my subscribers for sticking with me as I made this milestone of 200 subscribers. I really appreciate everyone's contribution, everyone's comments, my old and new subscribers alike. Thank you so much. And until then, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see my next video, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you next time. Bye!